There's more? Like,
when does
they've
this end?
just regurgitated the same talking points over
They've
and
been
over
saying
again.
the same shit over and over
I'm like
all
bored
night.
out of my mind at this point. Is there gonna be something new?
They're all trying to find a new way to say something clever about regulations and taxes. That's all they're doing.
So Republicans have been on point on this, which then goes to what Anna's saying. The reason they do it, Anna, even though it's intensely boring, and I've seen it for my whole life, lower taxes, deregulation, the government is the problem. If it wasn't for the government, everything would be great. And government causes the greed of the bankers. Like, it's nonsensical, it's maddening, but they repeat it over and over until people go, oh, I guess that must be true, right?
Yeah.
It's like that person in the focus group for Donald Trump supporters. He wants to make America great again. It says it on his hat, right? Yes. And so, well, the Democrats don't stay on point. They try to give intelligent answers to the questions that are posed. Generally, they have a lot of talking points, too, on the Democratic side. But they don't stay on point like the Republicans do. So what do Americans think? Oh, lower taxes means good economy.
Yeah.
It's empirically incorrect, but they drilled it in.
And high spending in the military is a liberal position.
So there was an interesting moment with Rubio, because Rubio was making the argument that all this regulation is leading to the banks getting bigger and stronger, right?
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous. But then he goes on to say, and Republicans in general go on to say, that regulation is crippling the economy because all of these big companies, all these big corporations, all these small companies, they no longer want to create jobs or anything because of these regulations. They just can't. They can't deal with it.
So which one is it?
Which one is it, exactly?
Yeah.
Right.
By the way, really fast, so I saw a poll that said supposedly that in South Carolina, from the Democratic Forum, 67% said that Hillary Clinton won.
Jesus Christ!
We're living in a crazy world.
Oh, my God.
We're living crazy. And that's where they were, obviously.
That's insane.
67%.
That's insane. Bernie Sanders clearly won that debate.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, or that forum. Okay, so it's hard to not have two emotions here as you watch the Republican debate. One is boredom, as Anna pointed out. Every answer comes back to the same thing. America has to be super strong. Obama's wrong about everything. Lower taxes, deregulation. Okay. The other emotion is they just pound you with simplicity, right?
Yeah.
And vagueness.
Right. Oh, I'm going to make America strong again. We have to have the strongest military, strength. Government is the worst. Obama's the worst. Hillary's the worst, right? And so it's in some ways ridiculous and boring, right? In other ways, it's entertaining because it's so comically simplistic. Mm-hmm. Trump gets out there with his lower lip hanging out and says all these outrageously silly things, right? And it's hard not to be amused by it, but then it's not going to be funny if one of these guys wins.
Right.
And the problem is that the media rolls over and doesn't challenge the things. Wait, what do you mean lower taxes cause better economy? That's just simply not the case for the last 30 years. It's not the case. But they'll never say that because the Republicans say this and the Democrats say that.